Mental Health Association of Greater Chicago presents to you how food affects your brain.
If you take all of the moisture out of your brain and looked at just the nutritional content, what would it look like? It would appear that most of the weight left over in your brain would be composed of mostly fats, also called lipids. With proteins, amino acids, traces of micronutrients and glucose remaining. The brain is also more than just these nutritional parts. However, each component happens to have a major impact on functioning, development, mood and energy. After eating a big meal at lunch, can leave you slow and sluggish. Or having a late meal at night could make you feel alert and energetic. This could be because of how the food affects your brain. The superstars of the fats in your brain are omega-3 and 6. These essential fatty acids, which have been linked to preventing degenerative brain conditions, must come from our diet. So eating omega-rich foods, like nuts, seeds and fatty fish is important to the creation and maintenance of cell membranes. Omega fats are good fats for your brain, however long-term consumption of other fats like trans and saturated fats may compromise brain health. Meanwhile, proteins and amino acids, which help with the growth and development of your brain, can change how we feel and behave. Amino acids contain the precursors to neurotransmitters, the chemical messengers that carry signals between neurons, affects things like mood, sleep, attentiveness and weight. This is why we might feel calm after eating a large plate of lasagna or having too many slices of pizza, or more alert after a protein-rich meal like chicken or tuna. The complex combinations of compounds in food can stimulate brain cells to release mood-altering norepinephrine, dopamine and serotonin. But it can be tricky to get these compounds to your brain cells. Amino acids have to compete for limited access. A diverse diet of foods helps maintain a balanced combination of brain messengers that can keep your moon from getting mixed signals, preventing our bodies from going in one direction or another. Our brains also benefit from a steady supply of micronutrients. Antioxidants in fruits and vegetables keeps the brain strong to help fight off free radicals that destroys brain cells, enabling your brain to work well for a longer period of time. And without powerful micronutrients like the vitamins B6, B12 and folic acid, our brain would be susceptible to mental decline and even brain disease. Trace amounts of iron, copper, zinc and sodium are also fundamental in keeping a healthy brain and early cognitive development. In order for the brain to effectively transform and synthesize these nutrients, it needs a lot of fuel. While the human brain only makes up 2% of our body weight, it uses up to 20% of our energy resources. Most of these energy comes from carbohydrates that our body digests into glucose or blood sugar. The frontal lobes are so sensitive to drops of glucose that a change in mental function is one of the primary signals of nutrient deficiency. Assuming that we are getting glucose regularly, how does this specific type of carbohydrates we eat affect our brains? Carbs come in three forms: starch, sugar and fiber. On most nutrition labels they are all lumped on one total carb count. The ratio of the sugar and fiber subgroups to the whole amount affects how the body and brain respond. A high glycemic food like white bread causes a rapid release of glucose into the blood, and then comes the drop. Blood sugar shoots down, and with it our attention span and mood. On the other hand, oats, grains and legumes have slower glucose release, enabling a steadier level of attentiveness. For sustained brain power, choosing a diet of nutrient-rich food is critical. When it comes to what you bite, chew or swallow, your choices have a direct and long-lasting effect on the most powerful organ in your body.